Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to do my first NBA recap today. I'm here to talk about the Dallas Mavericks beating the New Orleans Pelicans. 125, 120 reaction. This was just a back and forth game, just really a game of runs. Because the Mavericks outscored them 33-17 in the first quarter. I'm like, oh, we're in another fucking blowout here. But then the Pelicans have two straight 40-plus point quarters. The second quarter outscored the Mavericks 42-26. They just flipped a switch offensively. In the second and third quarters, they put up 42 points in the second quarter, and then 40 points in the third quarter. A good game from Zion Williamson, 30 points, 3 assists, 12 of 17 from the floor. When he's been out there this year, he's been good. Valanciunas, 6 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 of 5. Only played 19 minutes. Not really much from Valanciunas. 23 points from McCollum, 23 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds, 9 of 17 shooting. Zion was just their best player in this game. Herb Jones, 10 points, 3 assists, 4 of 5 from the field. Trey Murphy, 14 points, 2 of 5. Larry Nance Jr., 14 points, 8 rebounds. Zion was really carrying this game. You had some other players chip in, with double digits with Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Larry Nance Jr., Jordan Hawkins with 9 points, 3 of 4. I thought he should have played more. He went off the other night for them. But the reason they didn't win this game was Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram lost them this basketball game. 12 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 of 14 from the floor. Really poor game from Brandon Ingram. If they got at least a few more shots from Brandon Ingram going in, they possibly would have won this basketball game here, which would have been a big win on the road against a tough Dallas team. This was just a weird game. Because where the Dallas was up 33-17 at the first quarter, but then they give up a huge second quarter, 42-26. It was just the second and third quarters were really good for the Pelicans, but what lost in this game was the first and fourth quarters. Getting outscored 33-17 and then 33-21 in the fourth quarter. Having those big second and third quarters really for nothing. So Dallas, where they won this game, was the first and fourth quarters, which are really the biggest quarters to win, and they did. To get the 125-120 victory, the Pelicans dropped to 24-17 with this loss. Mavericks improved to 24-17. Zion was great. 12 of 17 shooting, 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Could have been much better from the free throw line, but he was the only reason they were really in this game because nobody else did much. You had a few other players score double digits, but some of them not good efficiency. Kyrie, 42 points, 13 of 28 from the field, which is just below 50%, and 13 of 15 from the free throw line. Also had 7 assists. So good game from Kyrie. Tim Hardaway Jr., 41 points for Tim Hardaway Jr.? 11 of 23 from the field. Kyrie and Tim Hardaway Jr. each scoring 40 plus. It's hard to win games like that, especially when, Brandon Ingram's not going off, Zion Williamson's going off. They really needed that second star player to go off for them, at least another role player that could have kept up, and they just couldn't. Tim Hardaway Jr. was 9 of 15 from 3, 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Kyrie also had 7 rebounds. 2 big-time performances for the Mavericks. Just crazy they didn't have Luka and they went off. Those two. Josh Green, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 of 8 from the field. Lively, 6 points, 12 rebounds, 2 of 2. Took 2 shots, made them both, and also had 12 rebounds. And he had 7 offensive rebounds, which is huge. But just 42 from Kyrie and 41 from, THJ. Tim Hardaway Jr. will lose you games, and Grant Williams played pretty well, I thought. 7 points, 7 points there, but the 7 assists, had 3 steals, and Josh Green 3 of 5 from 3, having 14 points. And Lively with his 7 offensive rebounds were pretty much game changers. And the Pelicans had some good second and third quarters, take a 7-point lead, but just in the fourth quarter, they just collapsed, and their defense was terrible. They couldn't stop anything the Mavericks did in that fourth quarter. And Hawkins really should be playing over Trey Murphy, because I feel like he's playing better than Trey Murphy. right now. Trey Murphy used to be so much better last season. You just need to have Hawkins in that game. So that's a tough loss for the Pelicans. And losing to the Mavs without Luka. And just Brandon Ingram's trying to be a liability this season. But some key players for the Mavericks, Grant Williams and Derek Lively. And Josh Green. But what really cost the Pelicans was not being able to make the 3-ball. 7 of 23, 30.4%, and missing free throws, 31 of 41, 75%, where the Mavericks were 18 of 43 from 3 and 82.9% from free throw line, making 29 of their 35 free throws. And the Pelicans really dominated the paint, 58 points. That's where they got most of their points from, the free throw line, but they did miss a lot of key free throws. And Herb gets pulled down by Williams and no call. There was a few bad calls, but you can't, you guys, Zion missed a clutch free throw late. Missing free throws, Ingram was off, and the perimeter defense just wasn't there. Just a bad game. You should just let Jordan Hawkins play more over Trey Murphy. But good win for the Mavericks, 125-120. And I'll be back here to recap the Warriors game later. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.